meditating on the topic of this class for a couple of weeks, and till the very last moment I thought I would need to say something on Bhagavad Gita. But then for a second I just imagined myself sitting here in front of all of you, and each of you is definitely much more qualified. You've read Bhagavad Gita many times, and I would hardly be able to enlighten you in any way. So I thought to try and shift the topic in a slightly different way. In fact, I was very much affected by what happened with all of us within last week, and mainly because out of sudden we started to talk about quite subtle issues, such as relationships, such as love, support and care. So I thought maybe there is a chance and I can try in the mode of Alcoholic Anonymous to say a couple of words. I'm not going to say much about myself rather than about things which are happening in the temple, and mainly I just want to dedicate this class to bhakti as a way of developing relationships between us as devotees and bhaktas. In fact, there are a couple of videos which I decided to show you today. One of them I would like to start with, and another one to finish with. I believe they're very inspiring. They are not so spiritual from first sight, but believe me, they are so tightly connected to what we're doing here and what our mission is about. Peter Prabhu, I might need your help. Especially before the class, we usually very attentive with what we read, with what we see, with the classes and quotes of senior devotees. So I tried to be quite attentive to what was happening in my life. And somehow I came across with Sripad Prabhu, who gave me a chance to see a very inspirational video, and another one which I had seen earlier. And the first one I would like to start with. Please have a patience because some of you might have some issues. It's kind of a crummy video, but at the end of the day you'll understand why I stress your attention so much on it. It's a 3-minute video. Please watch very attentively.
Let's give it up. 24 seasons. Let's give it up. Look out these flashes. Like oh my God. Jump off that sofa. Keep watching. Over. I'm going to world happen far. Get down and go. I'm just losing all. I feel stressed out. I wanna let it go. Look away out of face. Gotta look. Something's slow. Fill up my cup. Look at her dancing, just like this. Oh, let's hit the town. We'll shut it down. Let's go to the roof. 'Cause I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night.
Just 1 minute and a half left.
Tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's the night. Hey, let's give it up. Let's give it up. I got my money. Hey, let's give it up. Let's give it up. Go on and stretch. Like oh my God. Jump on the sofa. Come on. Let's get this. Oh, fill up my cold train. Mazel tov. Look at it dancing. Let's take it. Oh, let's take the town. We'll shut it down. Let's
Okay. How many of you at least have a clue why I decided to show you this video? Yes, welcome to Mr. Purple.
I think this video is demonstrating well, two things that kind of came across from watching the video. One is the message of the song. I wasn't listening to the thing very attentively, but it seemed that it had quite a sort of positive feel about
Okay,
it.
that's quite
He's
something.
speaking about having a good day and all that, which is still kind of load of passion, but you know,
Okay.
but it's demonstrating the principle there is that it was contagious, because in the beginning there were a few people who were, well, it actually started with only one person, I think, or two people who were, you know, enthusiastic about the thing, and gradually it was spreading, and then eventually the whole crowd was very
Okay.
fired up about the thing.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Well, basically, there is a reason for showing this video. First of all, from the way I see it, on the scene, on the stage, you can see who they are more than demigods. And you can see how many followers they have. And also you can see that when Prabhupada used to say that outside of the temple, each of the person there is potentially a devotee. And if you can imagine, oh, just a couple of words, it is called a flash mob. What you've seen there is that thousands and thousands of people were there on a square and using their intelligence and using their mood of love and devotion to their deities or to their favorite musician band. They made this miracle. If you look for a second back to other ashram, and you will see 16 persons there. We hardly ever can do 3-4 steps together on time and to do it in a mood of love and devotion for Krishna. And quite often, just because we have the success to the knowledge, we slightly puffed up. But in fact, people outside of the temple sometimes have an even more propensity for love and devotion. However, it is directed in a slightly different way. So I thought this video is definitely remarkable in 2 ways. First of all, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of devotees, potentially devotees, who have this potential to love, and they are already utilizing their skills and knowledge in a way how to make these people happy. And if you saw the reaction of those whom they were performing this flash mob to, they were absolutely happy. And if you can imagine Krishna for a second, seeing that amount of brahmacharis or even devotees all together singing spiritual songs, singing or chanting Hare Krishna mantra, it would be a completely different world. But in fact, to make such a thing organized, you need so much of intelligence, so much of a unity, and then eventually the only reason how you can use this intelligence and unite people is by love and devotion. So I decided to stress these two topics today. Just slightly bringing attention to a different topic. How do we see that it's the age of Kali nowadays? Apart from scriptures, by what symptoms or features we can say that it's Kali Yuga outside?
People are always fighting.
That's a good symptom. Any other?
Quarreling.
Quarreling.
Unhappy.
People are lazy.
People are lazy.
Misguided.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Disturbed.
You see, somehow we have quite often pretty much the same symptoms within the temple as well. On the other day I was talking to Adam Prabhu on the roof, and he said quite amazing thing, quoting Radhanath Swami. I'm not sure if it's a precise quote, but he said what's happening in the temple is actually happening in the world outside.